Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Oh my god, we are at 449 subscribers. That is almost 500. That is halfway to 1,000 freaking subscribers. I never thought for the life of me that a channel... How long has it been since I posted my first video? 6 months. I'm actually kind of sick, sorry. It's been 6 months since I published my first video, which was the best of me, the Bjork Stalker video. And we're almost at 500. We're halfway to 1,000 subscribers. Also, if you're wondering what this stain is on my shirt, since I'm sick, I've been drinking a lot of NyQuil, and the NyQuil happens to be purple, and the purple juice, the lean, nah, I'm kidding. It spills all over my shirt, because, you know, I don't give a damn. But what I do give a damn about is that we're almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I want to say thank you all. Thank you all for being through this fucked up journey of gore, blood, you know, scat, piss, everything. We've all been through it together, and we're gonna be through it again, because right here I have all the clips written down for Fubar Volume 1, or just Fubar, because, you know, as far as we know, there's only one volume of Fubar. So, if you don't know what... So, obviously, if you've seen Wendigoon's Iceberg video, man, it all comes back to Wendigoon, doesn't it? Wendigoon just kickstarted this whole family of sadists that just come together and just review this fucked up shit, didn't he? Thank you, Papa Wendigoon. So, anyways, when Wendigoon made his Iceberg video, most of the stuff on the iceberg, well, at least to tier 8, was completely unknown. We didn't know about MD Pope, we didn't know about Fetus Munchers, we didn't know about Snuff R73, Ogrish Collection, Registros Fatais, Registros Fat Ass, you know? We didn't know anything about that. Well, we did know some things about, you know, MD Pope and all that, but we didn't know about Fetus Munchers or Snuff R72 or Fubar. Fubar was one that really stood out to me. I don't know why, but some people were saying, oh, it's the worst mixtape out there. It's the worst mixtape ever made. It's going to make you sick. It's going to make you vomit. Unboxed, Watched, and Reviewed made a video on it, and he puked. Marina Graves made a video on it. And then I went, you know, I kind of stayed behind, you know, reviewing all the pussy stuff, MD Pope, well, I wouldn't consider stuff R73 or Amber Alert to be pussy stuff, but, you know, I stayed behind reviewing MD Pope and all that weakling stuff, and finally I got my hands on Fetus Munchers just yesterday, and I started watching it, and well, not yesterday, like a couple days ago, and I was so happy to watch it, because I was like, damn, I finally have supposedly the most disturbing mixtape on earth. It's not. It's really not. It was really disappointing. Fubar was super disappointing. It made me sad, you know, knowing that I'd hyped this thing up so much, and it was a piece of shit. But I put out a trailer. I told you guys I was going to review it. By God, I'm going to review it. I have all the clips right here. So without further ado, let me shut up. Well, I can't shut up because I'm going to get into the clips now. So it opens up with a man that welcomes the audience. He's like, you know, come one, come all, ladies and gentlemen. And there's distorted circus music playing in the background. And then the first actual clip, because that's kind of like just the introduction, the first actual clip is a guy jerking off in front of another guy. Like, the guy's jerking off right here, and the other guy's right here. He stabs the tip of his penis just as he's about to come, and blood and cum squirts all over the guy's face. Mostly blood, more than cum. So yeah, and the guy who's jerking off, he squeezes his dick, makes sure as much blood spews all over this guy's face as possible. And then after that, it shows like a zoom out of a laughing skull. It's pretty weird. I'll probably show that clip. I'll show a lot of clips because, you know, there's some clips in here that I can actually show. Well, some of them. A lot of them are actually on YouTube. Not even joking. Some of the clips are actually on YouTube. And then it shows the first scat clip. It shows a woman that eats poop coming out of a man's butt, and she's dressed in a wedding gown. And you can clearly see she's gagging. So, Code Raven, when he did his Fetus Munchers video, because this clip was in Fetus Munchers, because I know, he showed a screenshot of it. there is a difference between doing this stuff in like those Asian countries because you need money and doing this stuff because you owe a debt to the Yakuza. So apparently, if you owe a debt to the Yakuza, they'll make you eat shit. I'd honestly rather get captured by Italian gangsters because at least I think putting my head in a vice is. I'd rather put my head in a vice. I'd rather them stick ice picks in my balls. I hope someone gets that reference. Than eat poo-poo, you know? It's a little bit more appealing to me than, you know, eating caca. And then it shows someone, warning, there's going to be some self-harm stuff. It shows someone sliding a razor blade, not across their wrist, but across their arm. And he made like 3 small cuts, and it's playing this weird song. I don't even know what it is. And then after that, it shows bulls stampeding through a town. Bulls are very prominent in mixtapes like these. And there's people, you know, running for their lives, running for the hills. But unfortunately, some of them don't make it. And they get trampled and, you know, thrown in the air like pizzas. And then it shows more clips of bullfighters, you know, actual bullfighters, you know, matadoras getting thrown around and stuff. And then it shows a woman licking and sucking on a dog's nipple, you know, just going to town on it, you know. What can I say? And then it shows a dude who smokes a bong on a woman's ass. It's not even any cool. Like, I expected, you know, smoke to come out of her pussy. No, nothing happens. And then it shows a dead corpse getting its eyeballs gouged out. You know, like, just pulling everything out, all the eyeballs out. And then it plays. Whoops, something's going on my camera. And then, I'm not even joking, it plays the entirety of the first episode of Happy Tree Friends. Happy Tree Friends is a huge part of my childhood. When I saw this, I got happy. But at the same time, when that theme song started, whoo! I used to watch that show all the time as a kid. I was so morbidly curious one day that I watched it, and I started watching it every day. And then I got in trouble for watching it as a kid, but that didn't stop me from watching it. I'm not trying to be some, like, edgy, oh, I love gore, I've loved gore since I was a kid. No, I just liked Happy Tree Friends, alright? And it plays the first episode, Spin Fun Knowing Ya, you know, where Lumpy the Moose is spinning all those other characters on the merry-go-round, and they all fly off and die. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. Probably my favorite part of the mixtape. And then it shows people surrounding a corpse. There's a corpse in the street, and doctors are, you know, stripping the corpse from its clothes to examine it, I suppose. You know, looks like a scene out of, what is that called? Orozco the Embalmer, which we're going to get to that. We're going to get to Orozco the Embalmer in this mixtape. It shows a woman women shoving eels inside themselves, you know, the same thing from MD Pope, masturbating themselves, you know, shitting them out into bowls and stuff. And then it shows a dude. They're standing on top of their roof, and the guy grabs him in, like, a chokehold position and body slam, like, they jump from the roof down to the ground. There's a table on the front lawn. They smash into it, and they are done. They are done, you know. Most American shit I've ever seen. And it shows an old man laughing hysterically after that. No gore, it's just a crazy old man laughing. And it shows a naked rock star. He's going crazy on stage. He's attacking somebody. He's got blood all over himself. He's naked, if I forgot to mention, because, you know, I have the memory span of a fish. 6 seconds. And then the song ends, if you can call it a song. It sounds like metal banging. And then the crowd cheers, because, you know, no matter how you can be as insane as you want as a rock star, there will be people that will love you. And then it shows a guy sticking needles into a woman's pussy lips and then sewing her pussy shut with sewing needle, you know? It's crazy, but it's some like BDSM stuff, you know, she's tied up. She's got her tits that constrain, they're red as tomatoes. And then it shows the decapitated heads that are laid across a tray. And then they take a dead, rotting hand and jerk off a rotting penis with it. And then it shows a comic in which a man sexually mutilates a woman and then eats her baby. It's not as morbid as it sounds. I will actually put it up for you right now so you can see how crazy that looks.
Hi, Chad. Glad you could make it.
I really appreciate you asking me over for dinner. I mean, you hardly know me.
Oh, it's no trouble. We're having spaghetti with my spicy homemade sauce.
Fuck that shit. I ain't eating no fucking noodles. You got a kid?
Yes, and it's time to feed him.
He's not hungry. You just shit his bed.
Why must you be so rude?
Don't blame me. You're the one that cooked the damn spaghetti. Kid feels nice and juicy. Why don't you throw him in the blender for a few minutes and I'll drink him down?
You get away from my child, you pig! I want you out of my house, now!
Don't talk to me like that, bitch. Ah, I ain't leaving till I get fucking laid. Spread 'em, you bitch. Throb, throb. Keep quiet.
No, don't!
I said keep quiet, bitch.
Ah.
Let me bite your erect nipples.
Ah.
I'm fucking gonna come, bitch. Jesus. That was good, bitch. I like the way my cum squirted out of your head holes. I also like the way your tits bleed. Blah. What's the matter? You all tuckered out? Here, let this little sugar cube melt in your mouth. It'll perk you right up.
Everything's so pretty!
Now that you're flying nice and high, why don't you cook your number one man a meal?
I'll cook you a nice fresh turkey. Turkey is ready!
Delicious. If you could adopt a few little more tots, I'd be able to come over and eat more often.
I cooked a turkey.
Obviously, I had to censor it because I can't have that on this channel. But you know, he bites off her nipples. She cooks him her baby, and hilarity ensues. And then after that, it shows a clip from the animated Joker from the animated Batman series laughing. You know, it is what it is. It shows a man who is blindfolded and then executed by shooting. You know, they throw him on the ground and they start shooting him. And then it shows another Happy Tree Friends episode. This one is Crazy Antics. This is the episode where Sniffles the anteater tries to eat some ants. He sticks his tongue. Sorry, I'm sick. Again. He sticks his tongue down into the ant nest. They mutilate his tongue. They set a tongue on fire, and then he blows up and dies. You know, again, I love Happy Tree Friends. I might rewatch the series, honestly. Like, I kind of miss the series, so I'll probably, like, rewatch the whole thing after making this video, because I kind of miss that show. I wish they made more, but the last episode they made was, like, last year, so I don't know if they're going to make any more. And it shows an Asian woman eating live raw fish, and they rub the guts all over, and she rubs the guts all over her tits and stuff. This part actually made me gag. That was pretty gross, actually. I don't know why that made me gag of all the things in this mixtape. But wait, did I forget to mention something? Oh, not yet, not yet. Okay, I thought I missed some. It shows prisoners. Wait. Oh, okay. It shows prisoners getting beaten by guards with sticks. You know, they're beating them up all crazy and stuff. Oh, I forgot this clip. It shows women stuffing octopuses in each other's pussies. Like, one of them is right here. The other one is right here. The octopus tentacle thing is right here. They each shove it into each other, and they both, you know, go to town on it. Okay, I thought I was going to burp. False alarm. Oh, wait. No. False alarm again. And then it shows a guy getting a blowjob. That's it. It's just a normal blowjob. You know, happiest day for that guy. And it's just a guy who hammers a block of wood into a woman's pussy by driving the nails through her, you know, vagina lips. And then it shows a clip from Orozco the Embalmer, which is basically a movie about this man who lives in a super, like unstable, whack-ass country where people die every day on the streets. He takes them back to his, you know, weird place, and he embalmers them, which is basically, you know, you pull all the organs out of someone and you stick like newspapers and clothes into it, and you know, that's like a post, what is it called? Post something. Post when you take the shit out of someone. Post autopsy, or no, not autopsy, or post mortem, probably that, I don't know. And he pulls a dead woman's guts out of her stomach and removes all her organs and pulls out a baby. I don't know if that was like a plush or something. I haven't seen Orozco the Embalmer, so I wouldn't be able to tell you, but it was a baby. It wasn't even like a fetus. It wasn't even like that. It was like an actual developed baby. It looked like the baby from a Serbian film. And then it shows a guy who, you remember the guy from Registros Fates 3 that had the inflated ball sack? This guy puts that guy to shame because his ball sacks, whoo, they're big and black, and I shouldn't have said that just now. And he tries to go up a ladder. And like the man carrying the cross for Jesus, this guy lifts up this guy's balls to help him up. No one asked him to do it. It was just something he wanted to do. And then it shows a tied up woman getting pelted with poop by other women. You know, they're just flinging poop on her like it's a carnival game. And then she's smeared in poop while being tied on the ground. And then she's tied upside down and lowered into a container full of diarrhea. I held back a gag. I held back a gag from that. That's... And this was a woman who... Man, that's... What the hell? The hell is your problem? And it shows a woman that makes a dog lick her vagina by putting, I don't know, some kind of sauce on it. I don't even know what she put. It wasn't even peanut butter. It was like sauce, like some tube sauce. It looked like toothpaste. And then she rubs her pussy with its tail. I don't know if that counts as bestiality or not. And then it shows clips of police officers, you know, apprehending people, tackling people to the ground, beating them, you know, all that. And then it shows a clip from Animal Farm. Not that movie from 1956, not that other movie from 1999, I believe, but the band Animal Farm. Animal Farm was a movie that was, it's probably, like Wendy Good said, it was probably one of the most banned movies of all time. It was basically a woman that has sex with farm animals, you know, bestiality. And during that time when the movie was released, the UK police had these like breakdowns to take every single copy of existence from it. And they thought they'd gotten rid of everything until Fubar came out. And there's one clip from Animal Farm in this thing. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for that, but I probably won't because, you know, many people have reviewed it and they've talked about it, so, you know. And the clip in question is a woman who jerks off a pig's, like, it has like I didn't even know pig penis, like, it's like a lump at first, but then a swirly cork thing comes out. It looks like a cartoon pigtail, honestly. And then she licks it, and she rubs it, and she sticks it inside herself, and then she lets the pig, you know, hit it from behind, I guess you could say. And then it shows a man gagging himself with a bloody severed hand, and he pukes loads. This isn't like your average, like, bleh, no, this guy, this is pain. You can see the pain in his eyes. This man is dying. And then he pukes into a mug. And he drinks it down, you know. It looks like mushroom stew. And then it shows more clips of people puking into bowls, this big old puke-a-thon. And then it shows a super weird art show where a guy, you know, he's playing with some like bloody glass windows, and he puts on a wig and starts brushing his wig. And then he turns around, and in front of the whole audience, because there's people watching, this is a stage, this is a Broadway production, he shoves his fist into his bloody asshole. And that's it. And then it shows a video about the word fuck. You can find this video on YouTube. Just search up history of the word fuck. It just tells you all the many amazing possibilities you can do with the word fuck. And it shows a girl who's with like pins in her ass cheeks. She's laying on her stomach, and this guy's spanking her. It's again some weird BDSM bullshit. She also has pins in her tightly as shit constrained vagina on her tits, and like her tits are super duper constrained, and her vagina, you know, she's got pins everywhere. I chose a woman that rubs a sea cucumber guts. Sea cucumbers are basically, you know, they're fish, and I don't know if they're fish or not, but when they get scared, they spew their guts all over you. So this woman takes a sea cucumber and rubs it all over herself. And then they rub multiple, like, they put it on their fingers like that weird chip where it's like the world's first, like, Canadian finger chip. I don't know if you guys know what the hell I'm talking about. I sound like I'm on crack right now, but that's an actual thing that exists. They're like corn things, and they're like triangles, and you put them on your fingers, and I guess you eat them or whatever. They have a cucumber for each hand, and they're just going like that on her, and they finger her, they rub her nipples with it. And then another Happy Tree Friends episode. This one is nothing but the tooth. This one is where the character Toothy, which is a beaver, operates on the character Nutty, who is, this girl that is obsessed with candy. And at the end of the episode, he ties his rotten tooth or like tooth to a string. He knocks on a door, and Lumpy the Moose opens the door, and it just rips his whole bottom jaw off. That's pretty cool. And it shows a guy slamming a wooden board covered in needles down on a woman's ass cheeks. I don't know if this is the same woman as the last one, but, and then he pulls it off, and then he starts slightly spanking her with a stick, and her ass is red from, I don't know if it's like from the spanking or from the blood, but her ass is bright red. It looks like in the cartoons when they spank someone and their ass turns red. That's what it looks like. That motherfucker probably glow in the dark. That's how red it was. Probably glows in the dark. And it shows, the Bud Dwyer suicide, Butt Dwyer suicide, seen it a million times. And then a song about a tiny chainsaw. You can find the song on YouTube. It's called Tiny Chainsaw. It's made by some guy named Proper Good or something. Or Rather Good. It's kind of a weird, kind of addicted song. It's like, I've got a tiny chainsaw in my pocket. I'm not going to sing the whole thing, put it on a goddamn, Broadway production for y'all. You can go search that out yourself. And it shows Iraq men slicing off a tied up man's limbs as punishment. Like, they slice off his hands. It's like the dismemberment video. And it shows a man sticking his hand into a poopy-filled toilet. And then he gets up. He turns off the lights, he smears the light in shit, and then he leaves. He smears the light switch in poo, and then he leaves. Just like that. And it's just a man who hammers a nail into the tip of his penis. And he squeezes it, and obviously blood goes all over the camera. And it shows a guy stick needles into a woman's pussy lips as she's tied up. More BDSM. This is like BDSM special. He hooks up chains to her pussy and injects something that looks like he got like this huge syringe, injects water into it, I guess. And then it shows a woman. This is another like stage show, a weird ass stage show. It shows a woman like she lets fireworks sparks. Those sticks that they give you on New Year's. She's letting that dribble onto her pussy. There it is. Take that shit with you. No, I'm not gonna steal a joke. That's my joke. Pretending I'm going to say someone else's joke, but then I don't say it. That's my funny haha joke. And then she sits on a candle she ground pounds on a cake that has candles in it. And then she gets on her knees and, rubs some cake in her ass. And then the last clip is a song about a guy, about a life of a masochist named Bob, who is in a hospital. And he sings about how fun it is to be dead, And he's singing like, it's great to be dead. I don't even know how he sings. I don't even care. And then it ends with the Looney Tunes, That's All Folks Street. It doesn't even end with the... It doesn't even end with that. It just ends with a still screen of the, That's all, folks. It doesn't even end, no Porky Pig. No one says anything. It's just, That's all, folks. That is Registro's fat ass. Not Registro's fat. That is Fubar. I'm so used to saying Registro's fat ass. That is Fubar. Wow. What a disappointment. I had such high hopes for this mixtape, and it let me down. Like I let my dad down last year at my graduation. I wore the wrong clothes and shoes. But enough of that. That is Fubar. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know when I'll do MD Poe 3. I will do it soon one day. I will. Don't worry. That's all for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.